Cassie, I was hoping you'd make this easy for all of us.
Now, Bill, she was on her way to turn herself in when your men came in to get her.
Yeah, you've already said that, Herb. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like Cassie to speak for herself.
That's why I'm here.
Good. Then maybe you can clear up a question for me. Cassie, we've got a witness that claims that you were seen with Mitch Laurence in his room just before he was killed. Were you there, Cassie?
Yes, I was. And so was Mitch, very much alive.
Yeah, that's not all he was, honey. Tell the lieutenant what he tried to do.
Now, we'll get to that, Herb. Now, Cassie, this same witness also claims that you were wearing, well, a rather intimate article of clothing.
Yes, I was wearing lingerie.
Lingerie. Is there any particular reason that you were wearing this lingerie?
The reason was Mitch Laurence. He made her put it on.
Is that true, Cassie, or were you wearing a lingerie just to tempt the man that you were in love with?
What?
No, of course not. Why would you
Will you let her answer the questions?
Mitch dragged me into the room and he shot me up with something. And then he made me put on the lingerie to satisfy some sick obsession of his.
I don't understand, Cassie. I mean, how did he make you do all this? There were a lot of people at the waterside inn. Couldn't you have screamed for help?
Now, look,
I did.
look. She's already told you, Bill. Lawrence used drugs to keep his disciples in line. He drugged her, too, that's all.
Now, Herb, are you here as Cassie's attorney? Because if not, then do your daughter a favor and butt out.
Look, Lieutenant. Mitch Laurence, he shot me up with some kind of a drug, and then he made me put that teddy on, and then he tried to,
Go ahead, Cassie. What else?
I remember. There was somebody else there. Somebody else was there. They held me down while Mitch Laurence shot me up with that drug.
Who was that, honey?
It was Brother Adrian.
Adrian LaRue.
Yeah. And he and Mitch both kidnapped me, and they took me to this sleazy motel room. And then that's where Mitch drugged me up, and then he took me to the bank, and he made me withdraw all the money that I had in my trust fund. And then he took me back to the mission.
Well, there you have it. See, all you have to do now is find Brother Adrian, and you've got, for all you know, he's the one who killed Lawrence.
But I don't know if he'll cooperate. I mean,
Wow.
But he knows exactly what happened.
Well, maybe he does and maybe he doesn't. Unfortunately, Brother Adrian has conveniently disappeared.
Well, I told you everything that went on, Lieutenant. Exactly how it happened.
You sure? Isn't it possible that you just told me the way you wished it had happened?
No. Why would I do something like that?
Isn't it possible that you were trying to tempt the man that you were in love with?
What?
Isn't it possible
long enough,
that you
Bill.
were a rival with Allison Perkins for the affection and love of Mitch Laurence?
No.
I
And isn't
hated
it
him.
also possible that when Mitch tried to force you out of the room, in fact, push you away, that you got so angry that in a fit of jealous rage, you picked up the candlestick holder and hit him with it?
No.
She told you what happened.
I hit
told
him.
you a million
I
times.
hit him, but it was self-defense. Believe me. I couldn't have killed him. You have to believe me.
Let me get this straight. You say Cassie doesn't remember anything that happened after she struck the guy.
No. He drugged her, he tried to rape her, and she struck him in self-defense.
Hard enough to kill him?
Cassie wouldn't kill anybody. She just struck at him. It made him angry and just made him go after her again.
All right, and that's when she lost consciousness.
Exactly, and that's when somebody else must have entered the room, saw her on the floor, and struck the fatal blow and then vanished.
And then you came in, found Cassie, and took her home.
Don't look at me like that. Come on, it's the truth.
I'm sorry, Dorian, but it's just a little hard to believe. And if I'm having trouble with it, imagine what Lieutenant Moore is thinking.
Oh, I'm sure he believes that lying little drugged-up disciple of Mitch's, that Allison. But if I thought that I could just shake the truth out of her, so help me, I'd...
Strong-arming her isn't going to help anything. Now, look, let me see if I can find Sister Allison and talk to her, ask her some questions. Okay?
Thank you.
Don't worry. Cassie will be all right. Really. Smile for me. Come on, that's better. I'll get back to you as soon as I have some. Okay? Excuse me, I'm looking for Allison Perkins. Allison Perkins?
I've already spoken to the police.
Who's to say I'm a cop?
I'm the warden's daughter. Let's say I can smell it.
You're close, but no cigar. My name's John Russell. I'm a private investigator. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
You don't belong here.
Well, you're quite right, but I am talking with the lady.
The lady has been hounded enough by her authoritarian system. She only answers to the Lord.
Shut up, Susan. From now on, I will say what I please, and I will do what I please. Now go on, Mr. Russell. Ask me whatever you want.
I'm surprised you're willing to talk with me, Miss Perkins.
Why shouldn't I be? I've nothing to hide, nothing to lose. Now, what do you want from me?
Well, the question is, what do you want from Cassie Callison?
She hired you, didn't she?
No one's hired me. Let's just say I'm an interested party.
You want me to change my story? Well, I'm sorry, but it happens to be the truth.
So you did actually see Cassie killing Mitch?
No, I never said that. Look, I saw enough.
You want to talk about it?
No, I have already told everything to the police.
Everything, Allison. Suppose you tell me what you really did see up there in Mitch's room.
Nothing.
Nothing?
They were kissing.
Well, I'm sorry. That must have been hard to take.
Hard. Oh, do you know what happens when a god falls to earth, Mr. Russell? Well, let me tell you. Nothing. Not a single sound. He just falls and breaks into hundreds of meaningless little pieces. He becomes like everyone else.
So Mitch was a man, much like other men.
Even more so, it seems.
Was Mitch the type of a man who a woman could compel him to kiss if he didn't want to? What I'm asking you is, could Cassie or any other woman make Mitch kiss them? No, I didn't think so. That's all I wanted to ask you. Good luck, Allison.
Satisfied now, Lieutenant? Think if you bully my daughter long enough, you get the answer you want, even if it's a lie?
I'm not after scalps, Herb.
You could have fooled me.
Herb, you're not just her father. You're the DA. And you know I got to play this one strictly by the book.
Really? What does the book tell you to do, Lieutenant?
Cassie, I've got no choice but to tell you that you're the prime suspect in the murder of Mitch Laurence.
No, this is a ridiculous miscarriage of justice!
Hey, don't talk to me about justice. If I wanted to play hardball, I could have you up on charges of obstructing justice.
Dad, please. I don't want you to get into trouble just...
Shut up! I'm not going to stand by while the lieutenant tries to railroad you.
I'm just trying to get to the truth, Mr. Callison. And until I do, your daughter's not to leave town. And I expect your complete cooperation in this matter.